I have been waiting. It feels like forever to eat. Yeah, that was it right there. Oh my gosh. Let's get started. So you already know that I'm going to be starting with the bread first. I'm making a high gluten baguette so that when you guys see me put all of the juices and dipping the sandwich into the au jus, it will hold up. I will have the recipe linked down in the description. You guys will be proud of me. So you're going to do your water first and your yeast, and if you guys aren't new to this channel, you know how it goes. We're gonna add the water, yeast, and sugar, let it bloom. And then I'm gonna add my flour in a little bit at a time. So right here is 2 cups, and then I mix it a little bit, add another 2 cups, and then I mix it, and you only want to add until you see the consistency that I'm showing you guys right now. You don't want it sticky, so you see I'm touching it, it's sticky, so I added another 1 cup, so 5 cups in total. And then after that I let this go for 8 minutes. I kneaded it for 8 minutes in my mixer. I did not show you guys that. My mixer is so old and raggedy, it just like it moves all around, it does crazy stuff. If you're not doing it with a mixer, it'll be a little bit more time consuming, but if you are, crank the speed to medium and knead it for 8 minutes. You want to develop the gluten, so we're trying to make sure we develop the gluten in the dough. Try to get the consistency that you see here, not sticky at all. Round it out, and then I oil my dough and oil my bowl, and I cover it, and you know the deal. We are going to let it rest for about an hour. That might vary for you guys. You want to see it double, maybe even triple in size, because just of how much yeast I added 2 tablespoons. I don't usually add 2 tablespoons. I only add 1 packet. So you kind of want it to go at least an hour and a half. But since I live in Phoenix, it is hot, and it naturally, my room temperature isn't like a normal room temperature. My room temperature is at like 76, 78. So mine proofs a little bit faster. So you just want to see it double, even triple in size. That's a good rule of thumb to know when it's done. And this is my favorite part. I love punching down the dough. If anybody has ever worked with dough, like you know how it feels. Like it feels so fluffy. So now what I'm going to do is divide it into 4 sections, which are going to make 4 loaves. Obviously, I didn't make all of this. I'm freezing half of it for another recipe. And then while you're working, you want to make sure that your dough is covered. So this part is like, I don't even know how I'm showing you guys this. My whole ashy ass arm was in the way the whole time, so I'm sorry about that. And then also I greased my surface. You want to make sure you grease or flour your surface to make it easy to work with, obviously. And you just kind of want to roll it. And you guys see me, the way that I roll outward, almost like I roll it out like a fan. Like I fan my hands and roll it outwards. I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining that, but hopefully you can see by the way I'm doing it that that's how I'm creating this roll. Bread doesn't have to be intimidating, you guys, I promise. So after I'm done rolling those out, I just place it on my sheet tray with some parchment paper, and I'm going to cover it with plastic. But before you do that, you want to make sure that you have your bread well oiled when you put your plastic wrap on there, because if you do not and you put the plastic wrap, when you take it off, it'll create it'll mess your dough up. It'll like rip your dough, and you don't want that. And then I bake it at 375 for 25 to 30 minutes. I'm popping that on the screen because guess what, guys? I got distracted and left my loaves in there a little too long. So always make sure you got a timer going. So now I'm just gonna be making a quick cheese sauce. I'm gonna show you guys this, even though I don't think I liked the cheese sauce on there. It was good, don't get me wrong. It was delicious. It was just taking away from the sandwich as I was eating the sandwich. But I'm going to show you guys anyway what I did for my cheese sauce. Super simple. I just did heavy cream, American cheese, and sharp cheddar. And I whisk that until it's nice and gooey. So after that, while my bread is proofing, I am going to start my jus. So what I did was I took some stock. You can make your own stock, whatever you want to do. I took some stock, some good stock, get like some decent stock, not broth, get stock. And I added the flavorings to it. I will have that link down in the description as well. I added my Italian seasonings to it, and I let it simmer for 30 to 40 minutes so that the flavor could all incorporate. And then and make sure, like, once you have it on the stove and it warms up, and after you add your seasonings, try it. Just take a little spoon and try it and see if that's the seasonings you want. That's exactly what I did. So I added a tablespoon of each, but then I wanted a little bit more onion powder, so I ended up adding more onion powder and a little salt. But that's dependent on you guys. This was a really good recipe, so if you just want to follow this, go ahead and do it. It's going to come out delicious. But if you try it and you want some more of a certain thing, go ahead and do that as well. And yeah, I just let that simmer on low for 30 minutes. Then I pull my bread out, and they look beautiful. I love baking bread. Bread has so much character. There's so many different ways you can go with bread, and it just has character. And after you bake bread, you just feel accomplished. I always feel so accomplished after doing it, even if it turns out to be a mess, it's like the whole process of it is just so serene to me. And I'm gonna shut up so you guys can hear the sound of the bread. Like I said, you want it to be crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside so that the juices have kind of a barrier so that your sandwich isn't so crazy. And then I am going to assemble this. There's many ways you can do this. I found a guy on YouTube that did it this way. So huge shout out to him for showing how he made an easy version of his Italian sandwich. And it absolutely worked perfectly. I just went to my deli and said, can I get the roast beef super thinly sliced? And it was perfect. So then what you're gonna do is put your meat into your au jus and let it cook until the pink is gone, but don't overdo it. That's why I pulled it off of the heat, because I didn't want it to cook per se. I just wanted the heat from the au jus to heat up the roast beef enough to where there was no pink in it whatsoever, but still very tender. And after that was done, you know, start stacking up your sandwich, and then find yourself some oh my gosh, I'm butchering this, but the giardiniera peppers. I'll tell you guys about that in the mukbang part. But I found these at Target. I found two kinds, the hot one and then like mild. So get a hold of those. They really make the difference. They're so good. They are so good, you guys. The cheese with the sandwich was good, but it was almost like a cheese sandwich with the side of roast beef. I take the jus and put it in a little cup so I can dip. Oh, so good. It was so good and juicy. Anyway, if you guys have made it this far, make sure you leave me some cow emojis. If there's some cow emojis, leave me some cow emojis, and I will see you guys in the mukbang part. Okay. I just did the thumbnail and the jus is hot, you guys. So anywho, so I'm back, you guys. I'm so hot. I'm so sweaty. I'm so hot right now. Hopefully you guys can't tell. Hopefully I'm not too far. Anyway, welcome back, you guys, to my channel. So today I'm doing, as you can see from the title, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm doing an Italian beef sandwich. I got this idea from another cooking channel. I will have it linked, but what I was gonna do was like roast my own beef and then buy myself a slicer and slice my own beef. And then I was scrolling through how other people make their Italian beefs, and some do it shredded. I knew that I didn't wanna do like shredded beef. So that's what I did. I went to my deli. I got some super thin sliced deli meat, sliced roast beef. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I just had Red Bull, you guys. I'm not even in focus. There, hopefully you guys can see me. So my deli did not have the beef stock, so I just got some beef stock from the grocery store, and I added my own seasonings to it, my own Italian seasonings to the beef stock, and I let it simmer for 30-40 minutes while my bread was proofing. So it was perfect, so it had enough time to add the flavor of my seasonings. But I just remember, I know I'm gonna shut up, but I just remember my dad eating these all the time. He's from Chicago, and he would eat these all the time. And he would always have these little peppers. I'm not gonna pronounce them right. I know I'm not gonna pronounce these right, so I'm not even gonna giardiniera peppers. These were the only ones I could find. My dad used to have those by his bed, but it was like a huge, like he had like a huge bucket of them, and he used to eat them all the time. So as you guys see, I made one with cheese, one without cheese with it, and I chose to make this type of bread so that, look, you can already see the juice is not even going all the way through yet. So my bread is holding up nicely. That's exactly why I chose this type of bread. All right, let's get the jus. Dip. I'm holding this really weird. It's because I want to show you guys. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh my gosh. That's sloppy. That's so good though. Holy crap. Okay. Let's try the one with the cheese. I'm not gonna add any sauce to this one because this one's already pretty soaking. Maybe I will. Get back here. Holy crap, you guys. I like the one with cheese. But it's like it's like masking the flavor. Yeah. Let me adjust you guys. Hopefully you can see better right there. I have no clue why that was up so high. Oh. My gosh. Look at that. The sandwich is so messy. You guys should see the mess I'm making. Look at that. Can't see it. I have been waiting. It feels like forever to eat. Hold on. Y'all. Look at my face. I look crazy. Give me a minute. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. Look at that. That's embarrassing. Don't look at that. Or lie, don't look. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is add some more of these little peppers. I know, I should have added them to the... Whoa! They're falling everywhere already. Oh my gosh, this sandwich was perfect, you guys.
Yeah, that was it right there. Oh my gosh. I think I was too preoccupied with eating. Yo, I smashed that sandwich. I don't care what y'all say. It's gone. I got this one left. Let's move that little piece out of the way. I got that one left. Look at that. Hello, beautiful. Anyway, shout out to, pop his name up again on the screen. Shout out to him, because I was like, man, how am I gonna do this sandwich without having to get all of these gadgets? That's it though. I got said loaf of bread right here. And even though I rolled it funny, this bread was perfect. And hopefully I can leave in the sound when I try to cut it. I tried to leave in the sound when I cut it, so that you guys can hear on the outside it's crispy and on the inside it's soft. Like even when I press down on it, is really, really soft. You guys saw that when I opened it up. It's just really soft inside, really hard on the outside, which is perfect for these type of wet sandwiches. Maybe I should title this attempting to make a really wet sandwich. So make your bread. Oh my gosh, if you make your bread, oh, listen to me, if you make your bread, don't matter if you don't make anything else from scratch, because I didn't do anything else from scratch besides that cheese. If you don't do anything else but you have that bread going, and if there's anybody home, or if anybody has been gone all day and you pop that bread in and they come home and they walk in, I swear to you, they're gonna be like, what is that smell? It smells absolutely delicious. It's like walking into a bakery. It's like smelling pages out of a book. It's like intoxicating. So I definitely always encourage you guys to make your own bread. I'm super trash at making bread, but you guys see me attempt it every single time. I'm waving this bread around like, I should stop waving it around. My hands are clean. I'm gonna be using this for Aiden's lunch this week, so I'm sure he's gonna love that. I know, like, it might seem intimidating, but it's not. But if you guys do find time, make your own bread. Make this bread. This was really good. I'm actually gonna have this linked in the description, because I actually wrote this bread recipe down today. You will be proud of me. You guys know I suck at getting these recipes down. Partly because, can I just explain real quick? Don't be mad at me, you guys. I am really, really working on it. When I am filming the videos, and I always say this to you guys, we are kind of making these recipes together. I don't know a lot of these recipes, like, well, if I do this and do that, hopefully I'll have a good outcome. Most of the time it works out, and then I'm like watching the video back and I know I don't have exact measurements, so that when I go down in the description, I try to give you guys exact measurements, but they're not gonna be exact to the video. That's why I always put down in the description to watch the video back. And in due time, you guys, I will get way better at that, having exact recipes, but please be patient with me, you guys. This is still a learning process for me. Every day I am learning something new. Thank you all for making it this far. If you guys are still here, leave me some loaf bread emojis down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.